Q got the sauce, nigga.
Staying down for the come up, I was broke. I came from nothing, roaches walking on the floor. Reminiscing on the days when I was broke. They tryna break me down, but I can't never fold. Staying down for the come up, I was broke. I came from nothing, roaches walking on the floor. Reminiscing on the days when I was broke. They tryna break me down, but I can't never fold. Negativity is just a waste of energy. Smiling all up in my face, but you my enemy. Cover situation, smoking weed my meditation. Made mistakes up in the past and now I'm being patient. Early morning shift to the back ahead of the race. Niggas slowing down, I'm steady picking up the pace. One step ahead of you just like I'm playing chess. Don't tell them what you about to do, just let them guess. I was down and out, couldn't rub two pennies together. Had to put my life in order just to make it better. These niggas steady capping, switching up just like the weather. So I sit back and observe from afar, applying pressure. Staying down for the come up, I was broke. I came from nothing, roaches walking on the floor. Reminiscing on the days when I was broke. They tryna break me down, but I can't never fold. Staying down for the come up, I was broke. I came from nothing, roaches walking on the floor. Reminiscing on the days when I was broke. They tryna break me down, but I can't never fold. Staying down for the come up.
Welcome to another one, like no other one. This your boy, 130 to got it out the mud. Kel's World, got it out the mud, and we back right now. This is to show how the president. I'm gonna say he lied, but they lied. they lied for sure. They said that they blew up. Basically they nuclear bomb. Basically, like they the 3 sites that they hit was supposedly blow it up. It didn't blow it all the way up. What happened was it just set it back a few days. I mean, like a few months back, like 3 or 4 months back. It didn't blow their whole nuclear system up to where it just fully destroyed it. I have a video on it though. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna play the video.
President Trump accusing Israel and Iran of violating a ceasefire just hours after it went into effect. The president slamming both nations.
Hey, how you doing? Beyonce Jones. Did I say your name right? Beyonce Jones. How you doing, man? How your day going? Subscribe to my channel, man. Good content. We get into this video right now with Donald Trump and basically they bombing Iran and them not having a full
for
effect.
not following the deal that he helped broker after days of strikes and fighting in the region. Trump using some strong language earlier, telling our Rachel Scott he's not happy with either side.
I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with that.
What's going on, Wallen? Yeah, I believe, honestly, to be truthful, the way that it's going, I believe, honestly, it could be a World War III to be going on because I feel like, honestly, we're dropping things on them because they don't want to agree as far as detonate stuff and setting off stuff. And then you want to make peace treaties with certain countries. And Iran is one of those countries where they got a pride issue. They have a self-pride where they're not going to go for it. Not every country is going to go for certain things that the U.S. is going to take. No matter how much they might lose the war, they might still want to fight. Like they said, they have sleeper cells inside the U.S. Sleeper cells is ones where they feel like they're activated on the phone. They have a mission to do, and once they set a mission out from their captain, they can detonate somewhere. You don't ever know where it might take place. And they said that the 3 places it might take place might be California, New York, and Washington D.C. So it is just something to be on my mind. You know, I don't honestly I was worried about it. You know what I'm trying to say, but at the same time, it's something to worry about. You know what I'm trying to say. While we picking on another side, you don't know what they might have, and we don't know if he woke up the sleeping giant. Let's get to it, though.
I'm not happy with Iran either. You know what? We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.
Well, hours after Trump announced that so-called 12-day war would soon be over, there were reports of explosions coming in. Both Israel and Iran blaming each other for breaking this agreement. Israel claiming it only responded to a barrage of missiles launched by Tehran before the ceasefire went into effect. But Iran's state-run media is denying any violation, saying that the country's president won't violate the ceasefire unless Israel.
And they violated the ceasefire code, man. Y'all can y'all can comment in the comments. I'm replying to all comments. If y'all got something to say, let me know. But I just felt like that the ceasefire, I feel like that they both wasn't ready for, like, hell no. We both ain't ready for it. We ain't dropping our guns. So Iran still set some off because I feel like they were still pissed off that they got some off. So they say that they'll stop once they stop, but they seem like they're both saying the same tune. It seems like they both not on the same page with it, and it seems like they both still want to go to war.
Israel's defense minister echoing that same sentiment earlier today. Of course, all of this coming, though, after yesterday's Iranian missile attack on a U.S. airbase in Qatar, just 2 days after the U.S. struck 3 nuclear sites in Iran. Now, Trump had touted monumental damage done to all nuclear sites in Iran. But sources are now telling ABC News that early intelligence finds the U.S. strikes perhaps only set Iran's nuclear program back by months.
And they said that they blew it up. So I'm confused, man. So yesterday, they was talking about in the news how they basically took out 3 of their bunkers as far as their nuclear sites. And all y'all did was set it back a couple months, maybe 3 to 4 months. So it's like, you know, I feel like, honestly, we're picking and choosing what we want to put out there. But then we putting out the real news a day later. Like, I ain't gonna say I don't respect it. It just, we gotta get our facts straight the first time. Like, you feel me? How we supposedly blow it all up and all this stuff, they don't have anything, but now they only set it back 3 to 4 months. That don't make any sense.
So I want to bring in ABC News foreign correspondent Marcus Moore. He's in Tel Aviv. Our ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is traveling with the president in the Netherlands, and ABC News senior Pentagon reporter Louis Martinez. Look, this is a lot to get to. So, Louis, what are you hearing about this early intelligence assessment here on exactly how much damage they think was done to this nuclear site in Iran?
Kayna, this initial assessment, which was produced by U.S. Central Command and by the Defense Intelligence Agency, says that the initial assessment is that while there was significant damage to the 3 nuclear facilities that were targeted by the United States over the weekend, it only set back the nuclear program by several months, and that Iran's enriched uranium, what they had already produced prior to those attacks this weekend, remains untouched and was not destroyed, and that the centrifuges that produce are used to enrich uranium are also largely intact. So these findings, obviously at odds with the comments that we've heard from President Trump and from Defense Secretary Hegseth, who both said that Iran's nuclear program was obliterated. And we got comment, we reached the Pentagon for comment. We received a statement provided to us on behalf of Pete Hegseth, which said that based on everything we've seen, and quote, "I've seen it all, our bombing campaign obliterated Iran's ability to create nuclear weapons." So he is standing by that assessment that he made publicly over the weekend. But now we're seeing that the initial intelligence.
How you standing on it, but then they letting us know that it's only set back 3 to 4 months. We got to get our words, bro. We got to just get our story straight, bro. Come on, President.
At least is proving to be at odds with his characterization.
Wow. So, Selena, as you heard Louis say, SecDef standing by his statement. What are we hearing from the White House?
Yeah, well, first of all, this is in stark contrast to what we've heard from the president in the White House, saying that Iran's nuclear program has been, quote, obliterated. But today, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, in response to our reporting and from CNN, she is blasting it, saying that this is a result of, quote, low-level loser leakers. And let me just read to you part of her statement. She says, quote, "This assessment and the leak is a clear attempt to demean President Trump and discredit the brave fighter pilots who conducted a perfectly executed mission."
Yeah, look at his ass walking up the stairs because you know you lied. Walking up the stairs because you know you lied, bro. You know you lied, boy. Walking up the stairs, you gotta be a damn shame of yourself because you told us that you blew up all their sites and you didn't blow it all up. You blew up partially of their sites. They got it back 3 months. Just go out and say it, brother. Just say it. You know, leave it alone. Just be honest about it, though. You didn't take care of nothing, dog. You didn't do what you're supposed to do, brother. Talking about Donald Trump, the dude that's walking up some stairs right there. Talking about you blew up all these sites. You ain't blow up nothing, dog. All you did was set it back a couple of times, man. Subscribe to the channel, bro, if I believe whatever happened to us. It's not gonna be God's plan. It's gonna be because of this idiot right here, bro. You starting war with Iran for no reason, bro. Like personally, you want them to accept something, let them decide. You don't go over there and try to blow something up because you assume that they're gonna do something to our country. I don't believe they have plans to do anything to our country. You want to jump the gun and then you want to still lie about what's going on right now. Just be truthful with what's going on, Donald Trump. I'm back to the video.
To obliterate Iran's nuclear program, everyone knows what happens when you drop 14 30,000-pound bombs perfectly on their targets. Total obliteration. But again, at least according to this initial report, and the caveat here is that this can change as more intelligence assessments come out, which was highly classified. This report says that the U.S. believes, based on this early report, that significant damage was done, but that was mostly to the above ground structures, not to the ones deep underground. And according to one person, the enriched uranium was not destroyed and the centrifuges are largely intact. So there have been questions ever since.
So it's still largely intact. Largely intact. So y'all just hit the top bunk. Y'all didn't hit anything that had to do with the bottom bunk. And that's what I'm trying to say. Just be honest about it, bro. Like, it's certain things that we just didn't need to be honest about, bro. Like, honestly, just say that we didn't do what we supposed to do. Where are you from? I'm from California. We didn't do our job. We didn't complete our mission, bro. Back to the video. And subscribe, y'all. Subscribe if y'all not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, please. Support. I'm trying to get to 350 subscribers, and I'm on the road to 500 subscribers, man. So support the channel.
The U.S. strikes about just how severe the damage was. Was Iran able to move some of that enriched uranium and those centrifuges out of those sites, knowing that those U.S. attacks were coming? And also the bigger question of, did these U.S. strikes actually convince Iran to drop their nuclear ambitions, or did it in fact give them further reason to continue to pursue their nuclear ambitions moving into the future?
Yeah, adding fuel to the fire there, so to speak. And in the meantime, Marcus, we're talking about this ceasefire. What do we know about the ceasefire out right now? And is this something that Israel wanted in the first place?
Kana, the ceasefire is still holding, albeit fragile. It is still in place. In the lead up to the phased start to this ceasefire, there were heavy airstrikes on both sides. In fact, the air raid siren sounded numerous times today here in Tel Aviv and across Israel. But since the ceasefire went into place, there have been no reports of any other airstrikes by either side. And that is encouraging news to so many across the region.
So far. Hopefully not, man. But so far, they've been going off since then, but hopefully we just really done with it. Back to the video.
What Israel wanted, there's every indication that the IDF, the Israeli government, wanted to move forward with hitting a number of other targets in Iran. But there's some indication that in terms of the public here, people, everyday people, they are glad this is over, Kana. And certainly with the restrictions being lifted, people are able to go back to their regular lives. That is something that they were hoping to do in the midst of really an uncertain time and a very stressful time for people not only here in Israel, of course, but across the Middle East.
Absolutely, incredibly tense. And so, Louis, how is the Pentagon responding to this ceasefire? The president saying it's been violated. But also, as he's saying that, what's the plan here for the United States? Is it to remain in a defensive posture in the region, especially if there's more strikes?
No, that's exactly right, Kana. The United States is maintaining that defensive posture throughout the region for its U.S. military personnel and facilities. We saw overnight that there were some drones that were launched towards some U.S. and Iraqi bases inside of Iraq, but they didn't cause any damage. And almost all of them were knocked down by defensive measures. And no one has taken claim for or responsibility for those attacks. But it kind of goes to the whole notion here that you have all these U.S. forces in the region who are on a level of high alert in case something does happen. We saw it happen yesterday when Iran launched those more than a dozen missiles towards that U.S. airbase in Qatar. And I think the posture here is going to remain defensive and also to be a deterrent in case this conflict continues. But they're looking carefully to see how this ceasefire holds. And in the meantime, they're maintaining that defensive posture.
But we still gonna maintain that defensive posture because I feel like honestly they did try to attack us though, but they didn't do any damages. Nobody was hurt, thank God. Do you think Kamala Harris could do better? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. She not our president. I'm not sure. Just because she's a lady, she might have, could have. I don't know. We might not know. I wouldn't know, to be honest with you. I can't answer that one.
And so as they do that, Selena, you're again with the president at this NATO summit here. It sounds like he also spoke with Netanyahu as well earlier. Do we have a readout of that? What more is the president saying?
Yeah, so we've learned from sources that the president was exceptionally firm with Netanyahu about what it's going to take to have this ceasefire sustained into the future. The source also tells us that Netanyahu basically got the message. He understands the severity of the situation and the concerns from President Trump. But the sources did not tell us that Israel had committed to holding back and stopping their attacks on Iran. So clearly some strain here in this relationship. President Trump making his fury at Israel very, very clear.
Oh, they beefing. They beefing bad. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say. So when they did say ceasefire, this is the day before yesterday. And when Trump let them know to allow them to cease fire, Israel and Iran was still going at it, even though they both said they was going to cease fire. And they keep on going at it. So Trump is basically letting them know, like, look, man, Israel, he's talking to them like, babe, look, this stop. Like, because at the end of the day, if you do something to them, basically, then they might want to feel like they're going to do something else. Because they know that USA and Israel are together right now. So they know that they're double teaming them right now. But at the same time, they're still going to war. They're not trying to stop. And like I said, Trump didn't do only thing, but all Trump did was hit their top bunk. He didn't hit their bottom bunk where they main. He might set some stuff back, like I said, maybe 2 to 3 months, like the lady said, but he didn't really do too much damage to the point where it's really wiped out. Back to the video.
Morning, saying that these two countries have been fighting so hard for so long that they don't know what the bleep they're doing. And as the president lands here in NATO, he's beginning his meetings with NATO leaders. This is certainly going to loom large over the summit. Remember, the European leaders, some of them had met with Iran's foreign minister before the U.S. strikes began, urging Iran to come back to the negotiating table to meet with the U.S., urging for de-escalation and diplomacy.
All right, Marcus, Selena, and Louie are.
So, yeah, there you have it, man. I feel like, honestly, man, with the video, this concluded basically with just saying that we're not sure if what they're trying to say that they recanted a few days ago where the U.S. did drop 3 airstrikes on basically all their bunkers, as far as 3 of their stations where they normally making their nuclear bombs at and stuff like that. So, that being said, I feel like they still have some stuff in store. I mean, you got to just really be careful. We don't know what's going on. So just make sure we careful out here, y'all. We stay careful and locked and loaded. Yeah, I'm trying to get to let me see my subscribers at. All right, I got 310 subscribers, y'all. My goal is to get to 350 subscribers, man. So if y'all can support it, if y'all can see the screen below, I'm trying to get my hustle on, man. I've been doing like this little by little. I'm getting better with the videos, so y'all let me know what I could do better at, what I can do, what y'all want me to talk about right now. I'm dropping a lot of videos right now, just where I feel that I feel like I'm personally just looking up. Yeah, so y'all let me know personally in the comments what y'all like, what y'all don't like, what y'all want me to switch up, stuff like that. But man, I'm trying to get to 350 subscribers. That's my goal. I got 310, so keep going, man. Keep growing. Keep having my channel grow. You know. I'm trying to get to 350, so the goal is to get to 500. From 500, the road to 1,000, y'all. So y'all try to help me out, man. Support my channel as much as y'all can, man. I definitely appreciate it. You dig. Just keep on supporting the channel, dog. Oh yeah, hold on. I got another video for y'all.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not, but I do get tired of seeing the country ripped.
Why would you not?
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it. I love what I'm doing. I really like it.
Also, it doesn't pay as well.
Yeah, it doesn't. But, you know, I just probably wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally, because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings and we're not.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones
The U.S. economy is growing almost twice as fast today as when I took office. And we are considered far and away the hottest economy anywhere in the world.
Power and the money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour, everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool.